Friends, welcome back. All right, so today we're going to continue down the martini path, martini rabbit hole, whatever you want to call it. We're still doing classic martinis. We got 3 to go basically in our classic martini rundown, and the whole point of these classic martinis is kind of, specifically the next 3 I want to point out are proof that even in its heyday, the hatred for vermouth was a thing, right? Now people, you go to bars, and just the other day I saw a video for a bar that I'm hoping to go check out where the bartender was saying that he loves making this specific martini, and it was literally just shaken vodka straight up. Didn't mention the vermouth, didn't even say anything. It's just, oh, it's just vodka, it's so great. And I'm like, if you like vodka, yeah, and he was shaking it up, which, you're diluting it, you're watering it down, airing it out, so if that's what you like, great, nothing wrong with that. Not a martini, but, we'll get to that. Even back in the day, all right, so the next 3 martinis I'm going to talk about. Today we're talking about the Alaska, then we're going to talk about the Tuxedo next time, and then after that the Vesper, which is kind of controversial. We'll talk about that when we get there. But these 3 are martinis where essentially they were like, you know what, we don't like vermouth, we got to swap it out, we got to do something different. And each recipe has their own little twist on it, completely different. I've never had the Alaska, which is what I'm making today, or the Tuxedo. I'm excited about both of them, but we're gonna just jump right into it. Let me give a little bit of background on the Alaska. So the Alaska is, no one knows why it's called the Alaska. I don't know if it was first started in a bar in Alaska, I'm not sure. No one knows. All we do know is that the original recipe called for Old Tom gin, and somewhere around the 1900s, the recipe changed when it made it to the Savoy cocktail book, and they switched it to a dry gin. Today we're going to be using Gordon's. I was going to make it both ways with the London Dry and with the Old Tom, but then I was like, you know what? If everyone's making it with the London Dry, why am I going to try it with something where nobody's following that recipe anymore? So, and at least as far as I could tell, I didn't find too many spots where they all mentioned the old recipe with the Old Tom, but nobody actually had the recipe. So like I said, we're going to be making it today with the Old Tom. It's supposed to be with chartreuse. Unfortunately, chartreuse right now is hard to find. So I'm actually making it with liqueur Strega, which is an equivalent. It's not exactly, a 1-for-1 equivalent, but it's pretty close. So we'll see, and we're gonna give it a shot. When I went to my liquor store, I actually went to 2. I went to both Total Wine and to a local liquor store, and neither spot had chartreuse. So I've had chartreuse before. It is a very herby, and I will say borderline medicinal type flavor. So I imagine that just a touch of that in this is going to give a very herbal flavor to the martini. So let's go ahead and start building the drink, and we'll go from there. So, as always, chill the glass. Go ahead and add ice to our mixing glass. Aside for now while it chills. Right, it's going to take 1.5 ounces of London Dry Gin. Like I said before, I'm using Gordon's today. Actually, next time I go to the liquor store, I'm going to actually just walk around. I might just take pictures or record stills and then add voiceover afterwards, so I can talk about the different types of gin. There's London Dry, there's New World Style, there's Plymouth, there's all sorts of different kinds. And I was originally planning on buying all of them and having tasting, but I was like, I think at least initially, just to give you guys an idea of what each gin is, just kind of showing them might be enough, and then we'll go from there. All right, so we add the Strega, or what's supposed to be the chartreuse. And then this also takes 1 dash of orange bitters. Go. All right. As always, we're going to stir till chilled. Just stirring this, actually, I'm getting all sorts of aromas that I'm really excited about. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know if it's what I was expecting, but it's actually really interesting. All right, so we're going to dump out our ice. Strain the beverage. And then the garnish. It's a little bit of lemon peel. Today the lemon is not cooperating with me. Maybe a little. We'll see. It kind of cooperated. Go ahead and express. Let's see if I can get a good express. Got a little bit. A little twist. Pass it around the glass. Add it in. All right. So right off the bat, it's got this beautiful color. It's not quite chartreuse, it's kind of a golden color, bright yellow. With the lemon peel in it, actually kind of makes it feel like it's a lemony color. So this is sweeter than I was expecting. It's been a while since I've had chartreuse. I don't remember chartreuse being particularly sweet. So I don't know if it's because of the Strega as opposed to the chartreuse, but this is actually very sweet. Now it starts off sweet, but immediately you're hitting the back of the throat with the herbs, you know, the herbiness of the Strega, which is complemented softly. Like it's one of these where it's like you're getting hit in the throat by the herbs, but then you're getting kind of rounded out flavors from the juniper, from the botanicals, from the gin. It's really interesting flavor. I don't know if I like it or not. I don't dislike it. Let's put it that way. So, if you guys have checked out the channel, you know, well, now's a good time. Like and subscribe. I've gone through basically a masterclass on what is a martini, right? We have videos on what is the martini, you know, on what the recipe is, on the Gibson, on the dirty martini, on vermouth, on the levels of wetness. We've had all those, so you know, check those out so you have an idea. You know, it's a martini primer. Then we've been going through now, you know, these classic alternatives to martinis, right? So before we get to the neo martinis, which are not really martinis, you know, I wanted to kind of just lay the foundation of like, all right, you know, here we have the martinis, you know, and then we have the other drinks that are martini-like, that kind of have the same formula of vodka or gin, some sort of, I don't want to call it a mixer because it's not really a mixer, but you know, a supplement. So be it, in this case, the Strega or the Chartreuse, vermouth for a martini. Our next recipe is going to be the tuxedo. The tuxedo calls for Fino sherry. So different variations that have basically something supporting the gin or supporting the vodka in that cocktail. The Manhattan, for example, is another perfect example of that. And we've been kind of working our way through, and then we're going to move on to the neo martinis, which, like I said before, they're, you know, martinis in name only. It's basically, you know, we like the glass, we like the concept behind it, but ultimately we're throwing everything out the window and just making something fruity, making something fun. Big popular drinks in the 90s. yeah, I don't know. I could see why this fell out of favor. I think it fell out of favor. I've never seen an Alaska on a menu. If you like those flavors, right? If you like something herby, so if you like your, dare I say, Jägermeisters, you like Chartreuse, you like Bekarovka, if you like Czech liqueur or Benedictine, you'll probably like this. Like I said, I don't dislike it, but I don't see myself ordering this at the bar. I don't see myself, explaining how to make this to a bartender. I might make more of this. I don't know. We'll see. I gotta think about it. So, as always, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this off screen. Guys, like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. This is a short one today. I actually imagine this one and tomorrow's episode, the Tuxedo, are gonna go by pretty quickly. The Vesper episode, I'm looking forward to. That one's going to be one where I'm not going to shut up, unfortunately. So just prepare yourselves, guys. That one's going to be a long one. I got a lot to say about that cocktail because I do enjoy it, and there's actually a lot of history behind it. So it's actually really interesting. Like and subscribe if you guys are having fun. Let me know. Comment down below. Please let me know if you guys are enjoying this. If you guys want to see anything. I had Lewis call in asking or chime in, I should say. For whiskey cocktails, we made two Manhattans. Got a little bit before we come back to more whiskey cocktails, but at least we got something on the books for him. But like I said, I'd love to squeeze you guys in if you guys have anything you want to see, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Cheers and have a good night.